Gonna go live for the NVIDIA challenge, guys.
I think what's been going on here is that you've had for quite some time an overwhelming focus on the negative. And what that does is not just bringing the market down, but it ignores some of the
I will still be on voice. I'm looking at the 170C for next week on NVIDIA here, guys.
When I was there, and I respect him a lot. But there's a lot of other people who I respect who say recession is not inevitable, and if it is,
I'm gonna add the 170C here on NVIDIA off that 15-minute close, guys, for next week.
on the positive side of the ledger, and that's cash balances. You've got Jamie Dimon and Brian Moynihan, heads of JP Morgan and Bank of America, respectively, saying that the consumer balance sheet is in pretty good shape and can withstand this inflation for a while. The other thing that I would point out is corporate balance sheets, which we know have been flush with cash.
I'm looking at the 175C and the 170C, guys.
The steel companies pre-announced last week with pretty sizable buybacks going on. Winnebago, small cap company, I know that, but it released its earnings today. Blowout earnings, by the way.
All right, guys, I'm looking at the 175C here on NVIDIA
And they're buying back shares. Now, it's not going to necessarily be
for next week.
for a long-term investor. What I see, and I'm quoting from Warren Buffett here, is that my share of the earnings power going forward of companies is going to be concentrated as they use that cash to buy back shares.
All right, guys, I'm gonna add the 175C for next week on NVIDIA at 196. I got 3 contracts in the NVIDIA challenge.
Michael Farr, you have trimmed Alphabet. You bought Amazon for the firm for the first time. So I'm wondering why these moves?
I think this is a market, of course, where you follow your discipline. You know, the two foes of the long-term investor are emotion and hubris. One starting to get carried away by either fear or ebullience. And then the second, which is probably the most dangerous, is really believing that you really know what's going to happen next. I assure you, 35 years later, I don't know. So I follow my discipline and my numbers. My Google Alphabet.
Beautiful entry there on NVIDIA, guys. I'm in the 175C for next week, 3 contracts.
We still have a position in Alphabet, and we added Amazon. I've liked the company for a long time, but it finally down 45% off its highs. Is it a
Can you guys hear me on voice also?
comfortably buy it? I think the cloud business and the advertising.
Can you guys hear me on voice also?
I think the commerce.
Took NVIDIA 175C for next week off that bounce.
We look at it on an enterprise value.
Beautiful start to that NVIDIA trade, guys.
It's as cheap as it's traded in a long time. So we established a position there. So I sell things when they get to be too large and too expensive. I try to add positions when I can be opportunistic.
Watching the 15-minute here, I took next week calls on NVIDIA, guys. First target for me is going to be this VWAP level at 164.32.
These levels and prices, my discipline says ignore the emotion, follow the discipline, and let's take the position.
Up $18 right now.
Added your position recently?
No, Melissa, we actually came into this year with Amazon, one of our highest conviction and therefore highest weight stocks, but I couldn't agree more with the assessment. I think on a longer term basis, and there may be another opportunity for us to even add to the position, given that it is still an overweight in our position, in our portfolio. But I think if you look at it, you just try to value, you take out AWS, just from, as a standalone business, and the value.
Can you guys, is the YouTube stream working okay? If you want to let me know in the voice chat, is the YouTube stream look okay?
Just looking out next 3, 5, 7 years, I don't see how you don't see opportunity in those names, even if you're not trying to time a specific buy at the lowest value of these stocks in the next couple of weeks. I still think it's a great time to start a position just as Michael has.
Joey, I want to ask you about the, what'd you call it? Wilting banana, brown banana, mushy banana, Generac. Generac is getting creamed today. I mean, Spruce Point Capital out with.
It's okay if you're busy. Okay, cool.
Basically saying that they
Shows you be.
40 to 50% downside on this names for various
Is it good now?
They also want the CEO to resign because they think he's just unfit to lead. What do you think of that, and are you holding on firm?
So I am holding on for a little bit longer.
The link is on Twitter,
I can say my defense, other than that sometimes you're going to be making.
on the private Twitter. The link is there.
You're speaking about it, and sometimes you'll be making trades that are going to be lousy ones. It's going to look, like I said, like the banana that's sitting out on the counter for the last 6 weeks. You put it in a portfolio. There are other things in
Again, guys, I am looking for this target area of 164.32 on NVIDIA. I'm in next week calls on the 175 strike. Great move on NVIDIA there, guys. Cool. Good move on NVIDIA here, guys. I took this trade because it bounced off of a clear support at this level. If you guys look back from here yesterday, we had that big support at the 162.70 level, and it bounced directly off that support. So this is just a trade off of support here. Currently up 4%, guys. Nice move on NVIDIA here, guys. Beautiful. Up 7% here on NVIDIA. Great move, guys. Up 7% on NVIDIA. Selling my first NVIDIA contract here, guys, at 209. Sold one contract at 209, so I'm out 30% of NVIDIA, guys, at 209. It's been a really nice move off support so far, but I'd like to see QQQ regain that 282 level. Again, 164 area is my first target here on NVIDIA. I'm still holding 2 contracts, so 66% of my position.
Yeah, so I mean, if we look at AMD, we actually made this purchase about mid-May, so we're down from our original buy, 10-12% or so. But we were looking at both the valuation and the opportunity to gain market share. So thinking about it in terms of PCs, obviously they have a manufacturing advantage over Intel. Intel's probably at least 1 year, if not 3 years behind them in terms of manufacturing and kind of the new chip cycle. But being able to infiltrate servers as well as the PC space, NVIDIA obviously has the corner on gaming, but AMD is right there. And so I think from a valuation perspective, even with the headwinds of potentially some oversupply concerns going into next year, we think the valuation is really compelling in the stock right now. Gerald?
Look, you can think that semiconductors as an overall industry for the next 2 years are not going anywhere. And if you're of that belief, then you don't own any semiconductors at all. If you actually believe that there's an opportunity for semiconductors, which will be highly correlated.
Nice. Good move on NVIDIA here, guys.
If you see that opportunity and you think markets potentially have a chance to recover, you want to own semis. And if you want to own semis, then you want to own.
Yes, I do see that gap.
Or NVIDIA. I choose to own AMD
Like I said, guys, I'm playing this off of that support level right here, right? From that 162.60 level. Okay, so I'm playing that bounce off of support, and I'm looking for a move into this VWAP level here on NVIDIA.
Faced with tremendous
Decent move thus far.
geographic challenges, specifically in Asia, but there will be a moment of recovery, and you want to have some exposure to the industry. And AMD means the way to do it.
Brian, you've been looking at this one? I have.
And I'm looking for that move to prior support at VWAP from earlier today.
the market because there's so many stocks down 40-50%. Nvidia and AMD are down really almost the same year to date. And so it's like I'm watching AMD, I think from a CEO, from a management, Nvidia and AMD are best in class. And so I'm watching this and we'll see. I mean, I think we're going to continue to once again be in this market purgatory and you're going to get wonderful opportunities to pick up great companies like Nvidia if you don't own it or Advanced Micro Devices because these companies will have very, very long runways over the next 5 to 10 years.
Michael, why do you not own any semiconductors?
You know, I think we're still in a declining economy. I think it's a commodity. The semiconductor chips, I think you still have to get the timing right. And there are other places I'd rather put my money where I think the earnings will grow more reliably and more strongly over time. So, no, you have to buy, I think time.
So my risk is pretty defined here, guys. It's going to be the bottom of this candle right here at 162.63. Obviously, I'm not going to let this position go red now since we are green here. I would like to see him move up again into the 164 area.
Still at Qualcomm and also at XP Semiconductors, also NVIDIA. So I agree. I think it was Joe who said, you know, pick between, that might not somebody else, between NVIDIA and AMD. Those are amongst the higher growing, but also higher price names, which is why I also like Qualcomm and NXP at these remarkable valuations. But
Nice move on NVIDIA there, guys.
said here about the cycle.
163.60 break should start it. Nice move to the upside here.
Because of the powerful forces of supply chain onshoring and infrastructure,
Nice move on NVIDIA.
neither of which are likely to get upended if the Fed funds rate goes to 3.5%. There is just a wave of
Beautiful, guys. Really nice move on NVIDIA here. Premiums are at highs.
but in Europe as well.
Watching to see how this 15-minute candle closes here in 2 minutes. I would love to close over the 164.06 level.
Let's get the news headlines with Contessa Brewer. Contessa.
Hi there, Melissa. Hello, everybody. President Biden plans to ask Congress to suspend the federal gas tax for 3 months.
New highs on NVIDIA premiums.
Per gallon of gas.
Beautiful.
4 cents per gallon of diesel if energy companies pass along the reduction. But the proposal will have a difficult time passing on Capitol Hill. A lot of Republicans already are complaining it's just a temporary fix.
Watch the 15-minute close here, guys.
Needs to build and maintain highways. A major earthquake has hit Afghanistan, killing 1,000 people. And
Nice move on NVIDIA here. Again, playing that support bounce right at 162.60. Looking for a move here into 164. Nice move on NVIDIA, guys. Up 10% here.
Afghanistan has experienced in decades. A bipartisan agreement has been reached.
Going to scale one more contract here on NVIDIA, guys, at 212. So I scaled 66% of NVIDIA. I scaled 2 out of 3 on NVIDIA here, guys, at 212. 212 fill on that on NVIDIA.
Services, among other provisions. The House is expected to vote later this week on that bill. Melissa?
Contessa, thank you. Contessa Brewer. Straight ahead, the ETFs to watch amid the volatility and before the break.
And now holding that last contract for that move into the 164 area, guys.
2000 just down slightly. We'll be right back.
Nice 10% move there. That's all we're looking for every single day. Already hit the daily goal, so now looking for that move, guys, into 164 here on the 15-minute. Okay, 15-minute did close there, sub that 164.06 level. I'm going to hold this with a stop right at this 163.18 area. Again, guys, on these trades, I'm just looking for, that clean. That's the goal, 10% on every trade, right? Because that adds up. That's the daily goal, right? Compounding. That's what we're looking for here. Holding one contract here on NVIDIA, guys, up 9% right now. Good move so far on these NVIDIA contracts, guys. Already in profit here. So obviously, in this market, like I said, with scalps, shooting for base hits all day long, right? So riding this last contract now on NVIDIA, looking for a move up into this 164.28 level. That is my target on this trade. Good candle build here. Price action feeling pretty strong here on NVIDIA. Nice move here on NVIDIA so far, guys. Pushing for this 164 level. Big test coming up here. Premiums at highs on NVIDIA. Beautiful trade thus far, guys. Here's that 164 test on NVIDIA. Nice move on NVIDIA, guys. Here's 164. Up 10% on NVIDIA right now. A little bit of a wall at 164, as you can see on the level 2, guys. So again, looking for a move into this 164.28 level.
ETF Edge portion of Halftime Report. I'm your host, Leslie Picker, and Bob Hassani. The market expected to remain choppy in the coming weeks, and it seems many ETF investors are shifting to a
Nice move on NVIDIA, guys.
strategy until the volatility clears. Joining me now is Matt Bartolini, State Street head of Spider America Research. Matt, thank you so much for being here. There was a new city note out that is urging investors who are worried about a recession to buy dividend ETFs or to buy dividend stocks. So what are the flows telling you about investors' preference to be a little bit more defensive right now?
Yeah, I mean, that has just been the trend. So far this year, you've seen over $40 billion.
Just to illustrate again, targeting this prior support here, right, from earlier today at this 164.06 level on this trade for me. And that would coincide with that VWAP and the 90 MA on the 15-minute, right? So those are added points of confirmation, but primarily taking this trade purely off the levels and price action, right? So 164.06, if we get over that level, we can see a move into the 165.64 level. Nice move here on NVIDIA, guys. Up 11, now 12% on these NVIDIA calls. Nice move, guys, through that resistance on NVIDIA. Beautiful trade thus far, guys. Premiums at 220 now. Awesome move to the upside. You guys see me in the live chat okay? Can you guys see the chart all right? You can let me know in the live chat. Great move here on NVIDIA, guys. Awesome. Great move on NVIDIA. Let's go. Let's go. Perfect. Up 15% here on NVIDIA. Here's the VWAP test. Riding this last contract up 15%. Beautiful move on NVIDIA, guys. Here's the VWAP test. I have my sell ready on NVIDIA here, guys. This is a nice move on the price action, but I want to see confirmation through VWAP.
But these types of ETFs are usually favorites of value investors, but given the
Nice move on NVIDIA, guys. Now through VWAP. Beautiful.
Yes, they definitely are. I mean, that's the interesting thing about value. Value has been really a poor performing factor over the last 5-6 years leading up to this year, and now it's having a bit of a renaissance. And so, even though it's up, or actually outperforming the market, it's still down, but it's having a strong performance on a relative basis. Value is still inexpensive.
All right, guys, NVIDIA is at my target here. I'm going to go ahead and lock in gains at 222. I am all out of NVIDIA, guys. 15% on that. Beautiful move. All out NVIDIA at 222, guys. All out. Beautiful trade. Awesome.
I think that's the type of strategy that investors are continue to look for, and that's why we see dividend strategies, a blend of that value and quality bias, continue to be allocated to throughout 2022.
value in the eye of the beholder, but increasingly popular in the current environment. Matt, thank you
Beautiful move, guys. Right into my target on NVIDIA. I am all out. Awesome trade there.
on ETF Edge at 1 p.m. Eastern. Matt will be joined by Roland
Great trade on NVIDIA, guys. Beautiful. Was that walkthrough helpful?
Halftime Report returns after this.
Guys can let me know in the live chat.
When you enter Sunglass Hut, you enter the house of sun where the options are endless.
Beautiful. Awesome move still on NVIDIA, guys.
Sometimes you want to feel bold. You want all eyes on you. Other times you want to create
I don't even think that trade went red.
Technology helps us navigate to work. Well, it's great. But to navigate the complexities of modern work, turn left. You need more than technology. You need CDW.
Perfect exit so far as well on NVIDIA, guys. Awesome trade. What about the 162.5 level? Sure. Let's look, right? So let's go to the hourly chart if you're following along, and then clear VWAP and any of these indicators, and then look at the support that was there from yesterday on NVIDIA, right? You can see it at the 162.60 level. See that support from yesterday? That gap from under 162 goes down to 158, right? Well, there was a clear support at that gap, right, at the top where it gapped up overnight, right? So that clear gap at 162.63 support, right? That's where I added, right? You can see that wick down on the hourly. So that was clear support from yesterday, right? That makes sense? Let me know in the live chat if that made sense, but perfect trade. Cool. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off YouTube Live, and then I'll be back on in a little bit.